Hi everyone, I Shurujit welcome you on Economatrix Day channel. आज हम लोग सीखने वाले हैं क्लास 7 का मैथमेटिक्स। तो बिना वक्त गवाए शुरू करते हैं आज का क्लास।
This could be us. So back to what I was saying. Could be us.
So the students of class 7, today we are going to again continue with chapter 1 integers. Okay, and today's part is part 10. The previous parts, if you have not watched, I will request you to watch it so that you can understand part 10. Okay, now in today's part we will understand the properties of multiplication. Okay, because in our previous part we completed 1.3 and now we are going to solve exercise 1.4. So to solve exercise 1.4, you must know properties of multiplication as well as properties of division. Then only 1.4 will be very easy. एकदम पानी जैसा, ठीक है? एकदम. So what is the first property? Closure property. What is this property? The product of two integers. Okay, so if two integers, if you multiply, is always an integer, so the result will be an integer. Now if x and y are integers, if you take one integer as x, another integer as y, then how you will write x into y, and something will come out, and that is z, and then z is also an integer. For example, suppose x, y and then z. Now if you take x as 2, if you take y as 8, and if you multiply, suppose this is the example. Okay, now if you multiply, then what you will get? 16. So 16 is also an integer. You can take negative also. Suppose if you take negative integer minus 3 and this one minus 2, then what you will get here? 6. Okay, so 6 is also an integer. This is the closure property of multiplication. Clear? Now the second property. Second property is what? Commutative property. What is commutative property of multiplication? The product of two integers, if you multiply two integers, remains the same if the order of multiplication is changed. If you change the order also, the product will be same. Like if you take x and y are integers, then x into y equal to y into x. Suppose example, if I take one example, it will be more clear. So if I take x as 2 and y as minus 3. Okay, so if I multiply this one, so what it will be? X into y. Yes or no? So what it is? Equal to y into x. So let us see. X into y, x is what? 2 into minus 3, and this side if I multiply, minus 3 into 2. So what is coming here? Minus 6. This side also minus 6. Okay, so if you change the order also, the product will be same. Clear? Now we are going to understand the third property, associative property. Now when we talk about associative property, then it will be not 2, more. Okay, more than 2. So the product of more than 2, okay, integers remains the same if their grouping is changed. That means you have to take more than 2 integers. Okay, and if you have to multiply, okay, product means you have to multiply, and if when you are multiplying, if you change the grouping, then also the result will be same. How? If x, y and z are 3 integers, then x into y into z equal to x into y into z. Okay, here you are making this one group, and here this one, grouping changed. Okay, so suppose if I take one example, it will be more clear. X you are taking 2, y you are taking 3, z you are taking 4. Okay, now x into y into z. So here what is x? 2 into 3 into 4. So what you get? 2 into 12. So how much you get? 24. Now if you change the grouping, x into y and then z. So what you will do here? 2 into 3 into 4. So 2 3s are 6 into 4. So what you are getting? 24. So these two are same. See, here and here. So if you change the grouping also, the result will be same for associative property when you are multiplying more than two integers. Clear? Now the next property that is fourth property, multiplicative identity. So when the word identity comes, okay, so we have to understand that 1. That means when any integer is multiplied by 1, if you multiply any integer, but here be careful, when you are multiplying any integer except 0, you cannot take 0, okay, the value of the integer remains the same, okay. So if x is an integer, you are taking x one integer other than 0, so don't take 0, okay, because if you take 0, ultimately the result will be 0 only, okay. So any integer other than 0, okay, then the product, the result will be that same integer only. So that's why if x is an integer other than 0, then x into 1 equal to x only, or 1 into x, that is also equal to x only, okay. So for example, if I take one example, suppose 4, x means 4 into 1, so how much comes? 4 only. And if I do here 1 into 4, that also comes 4. So from this side also, from this side also, it will come 4 only. So I think you have understood the multiplicative identity. Clear? Now the next property is property number 5, property of 0. So what it is? Now when any integer is multiplied by 0, the product is always 0. If x is an integer, then x into 0 will be 0 only, or 0 into x also will be 0. That means if you take any integer and if you multiply with 0, the result will be 0. So for example, you can take any example. Suppose 521, okay, you multiply with 0, so the result will be 0 only. Or from this side, 0 into 521, so that also will be 0. So either you go from this side or like this, so both only, the result will be 0. Clear? Now property number 6, multiplicative inverse. So what it is telling? When an integer other than 0 is multiplied, so you have to take one integer but not 0, okay, multiplied with its reciprocal. Reciprocal means, suppose if I take one example, for example, okay, suppose if I take one integer as 4, and then its reciprocal will be what? 1 by 4. Why? Because 4 means 4 by 1. Reciprocal means ulta. Okay. So it will become what? 1 by 4. And if we multiply, okay. So when one integer other than 0 is multiplied with its reciprocal, the product is always 1. The result will be 1 only. Okay. Or from this side also, if I want to do reciprocal and this one, so here also it will come 1 only. Clear or no? Either you go like this way or like this way. The product of an integer and its reciprocal, if you take 5, then its reciprocal is 1 by 5. So if you multiply, ultimately it will be 1. How it will be 1? Because 5 from numerator and denominator 5 cancels. So what is left? 1. Clear? So I think property number 6, multiplicative inverse, you have understood. Now students, if you are new to my channel, then I would like to request you all to please give a like, share this video with your friends and your classmates, and don't forget to subscribe my channel, because when you subscribe, it really motivates me to make more such interesting videos for you all. Okay, now we will move on to the next property. Now we are going to understand the last property, that is the distributive property. Okay, so under the properties of multiplication, there is one more property is there, distributive property. So what it is? Now this property deals with addition also as well as subtraction also. So we are writing multiplication distributes over addition and multiplication distributes over subtraction. Now, how you will understand this thing? Now, if x, y, z are three integers, we are taking x, y and z, three integers, then x into y plus z equal to x into y plus x into z. That means if you open it, this is multiplying with this and this one is multiplying with this. So that's why xy plus xz. Same way for subtraction also, x into y minus z will be what? X into y minus then x into z. Now if I take one example, okay, suppose if I take x equal to 2, y equal to suppose 5, okay, and then next one if I take z equal to 3, then how we will do it? Now LHS, RHS, okay, so LHS is what? X into y plus z, clear? So x is how much? 2 into y is how much? 5 plus z is how much? 3. So 2 into 5 plus 3, 8. So how much you get? 16. Clear? Now RHS. RHS is what? X into y plus x into z. So x is how much? 2. Y is how much? 5 plus again x is how much? 2. Y is how? Z is how much? 3. So 2 5s are 10 plus 2 3s are 6. So when you add, it comes 16. So 16, 16. So therefore LHS equal to RHS. Clear? Now if I do for multiplication distributes over subtraction, so here also same way, if I take x is equal to 2, okay, y is equal to 5 and z equal to 3, same values I am taking, okay. So now how we will do it? LHS. So x into y minus z. So x is what? 2 into y is how much? 5 minus 3. So 2 into 5 minus 3, 2. So how much you get? 4. Now RHS. RHS is what? X, y, or you can write here x into y also, okay, minus xz, you can write x into z also, like this way also. Clear? Here I have written here multiplication sign, here multiplication sign is not there, means here one dot, okay. So x into y we can say xy also. Clear? Because afterwards you will be reading xy, yz, xyz. xyz means x into y into z. So now x is how much? 2, y is how much? 5, minus again 2, z is how much? 3. So here comes 10 minus 6. So what you get? 4. So therefore LHS equal to RHS. So the distributive property over addition and so distributive property, it is applicable over addition also, over subtraction also, over subtraction also, over addition also. So that's why I wrote here multiplication distributes, okay, over addition, multiplication distributes over subtraction. So I think all the properties, all the 7 properties you have understood nicely. अगर वीडियो अच्छा लगे तो लाइक, शेयर और सब्सक्राइब करना मत भूलिएगा. Now we will be solving exercise 1.4. Now we are going to start exercise 1.4. So 2-3 दिन से मेरे पास रिक्वेस्ट आ रहा था कि सर प्लीज़ सॉल्व द एक्सरसाइज 1.4. सो अभी आ गया 1.4. सो अच्छा से इसको प्रैक्टिस करो, ठीक है. सो व्हाट दे आर आस्किंग हियर, नंबर 1, मल्टीप्लाई द फॉलोइंग यूजिंग suitable rearrangement. That means you can rearrange this one, okay. That means rearrange means इसको shift करके इधर लेकर आओ, shift this one this side, anything you can do, okay, according to your own comfort, okay. Now how we will do it? Now first one, see here, minus 60 minus 4 multiplied by 5 multiplied by minus 25. So how we will do the rearrangement? So when you are doing rearrangement, we will try to find out where 0 is coming. 0 means what? Now if I write here minus 60, okay, and then if I take 5, okay, and then make it in bracket, okay, then multiply, okay, and then 4 and minus 25, minus 4 and minus 25. Clear? I did like this way rearrangement. See here, when I multiply, so what I will get? Minus 300. And here when I multiply, what I am getting? Here 4, so 100. Clear? You can put bracket. If you don't want to put bracket also, okay. So I was telling you this thing only, 0, okay. When you multiply, 0 must come, okay, like 100, 200, 500, okay. So then the multiplication becomes easy. Now minus, plus, minus. Now 3 into 1, 3. And uske baad how many zeros are there? 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 zeros you put. So you are getting the answer. Clear? So we will see where 0 is there, okay. Means which two integers I will multiply so that the outcome will start with 0, okay. That means 100, it starts in the ones place, in the tens place or ones place, ones, tens, 0 will be there, okay. Now next one, for this sum, 125 into 5 into minus 8 into minus 20. So how I will do the arrangement? 125 and then minus 8, this one I will bring. And then after that 5 into minus 20, okay. Now here comes how much? Minus 1000. And here comes how much? Minus 100. See, in the ones place, tens place also, what is there? 0. Again here ones, tens, 100, 0, 0. So multiplication becomes easy. So minus into minus, plus. Now 1 into 1, 1. And how many zeros are there here? 3, here 2, 5. So 5 zeros, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And you can give here comma. And this is the answer. Okay? Now we will solve question number C. Okay, 1C. So 30 into 12 into minus 5 into 40. So how we will do it? We will take 30 and 12 together into, and now this one minus 5 into 40 together. Okay. So here it is coming how much? 10 is there I am putting. Now 3 into 12 is how much? 36. So 360 into, now here what you will get? Minus 5 into 40. So minus plus, so minus. Now 5 into 40 how much comes? 200. Now you see here how many zeros are there? 1, 2, 3. So 1, 2, 3, 3 zeros. Now 36 and 2 left. 36 into 2, 72. And the sign here minus, here plus, so it will be minus 72,000, and this is the answer. Those who cannot do directly orally, you can do the rough work, okay. See here 12 and 30, you can do the rough work. 0, 0, then 3 2s are 6, 3 1s are 3, and then 0, 6, 3. So 360. Clear? And this one also, if you cannot do, so 40 into 5, okay. 5 zeros are 0, 5 4s are 20. So 200. Again this one when you are multiplying, see 360 and 200, okay. So you have to multiply. So first one will be 0, 0, 0, then cross, then again with 0 you are multiplying, so 0, 0, 0, then double cross, then 2 zeros are 0, 2 6 are 12, 1, 2 3 are 6, 7, okay. So 0, 0, 0, 2, 7. So 72,000, and the sign plus, minus, minus. Clear? So those who can do directly also, you can do it. Those who cannot do directly, they will do the rough. Okay. Now next, this one. So this one also very easy. This is much more easy. So 82, and then I will keep this one together. Okay. Minus 5. And then what it will be? 82 into, now here comes minus 100. Why 100? 20 into 5. 5 zeros are 0, 5 twos are 10. 100. Now when we multiply, minus, see, plus, minus, minus, first sign. Okay, now 82 into 1, 82. And how many zeros are there? 2 zeros. And this is the answer. Clear? So I think exercise 1.4, sum number 1, A, B, C, D, you have understood. Now you can make your own arrangement also and you can do it. Okay? अगर वीडियो अच्छा लगे, अगर मेरा चैनल आप लोगों को पसंद आए तो लाइक, शेयर और सब्सक्राइब करना मत भूलिएगा। और कुछ भी डाउट हो तो मुझे कमेंट सेक्शन में जाकर मुझे कमेंट करो, मैं सबका रिप्लाई करने का कोशिश करूंगा। मिलते हैं और एक नए अच्छे कंटेंट के साथ, तब तक के लिए बाय बाय।